You want to see something cool? Look at all these people. Wow.
My search warrants don't write to me up on anybody except Mrs. Warren. You read the Bible, right? Yes.
Welcome to New York City. That is thousands and thousands of people watching Pulp Fiction at Bryant Park in New York City on a random Monday night. It is no surprise that New York City is crowded every single night, so we're going to see what we can find tonight. And by the way, it is 8:25 p.m. and I'm sweating already. It was 95 degrees today and is still currently 85 degrees at 8:30 p.m. It is extremely hot in New York City in the summer, my first time here in the summer, but there is so much going on in the summer. So many free events and movies and classes, there's so much. All I'm gonna say is get ready for the craziness. Times Square. Oh, say, can you see? There are two national anthems that I always get emotional whenever I hear it. Of course, United Kingdom and United States of America. Damn, Daniel, I'm already frustrated. There's people everywhere. Oh my gosh, almost getting run over. But there's just a billion people. Remember, this is a Monday. This is a normal Monday. It is absolutely mayhem. One of the craziest places in the world, and I think the #1 tourist place in the entire world. Number one, do not take any CDs from people. They're gonna ask you for a lot of money. Number two, don't take any pictures of the characters. They're gonna ask you for a lot of money. But oh my gosh, I don't know why I keep coming to Times Square, to be honest, just because you can't even enjoy it, just because there's so many people everywhere and people are trying to scam you. But it is a wild place. It is crazy. These are the characters I'm talking about. You're gonna see Mickey Mouse, you're gonna see Mario, you're gonna see Spider-Man, all of those characters. You're gonna see a gorilla. Don't take pictures, they're gonna ask for a lot of money and they're gonna get aggressive, very, very aggressive. But I've made it to the center of Times Square. I don't know why. It was just nearby Bryant Park. So in Bryant Park, they have so many movies, they have events all day. They have like kids events, juggling and painting all through the summer. It's so cool. By the way, I respect these people that dress up, but I don't respect them scamming people. Don't do that, do it honestly. But this is, I think, wasn't it voted like the worst place to come on New Year's Eve or something, just because people can't move and it's just so many people everywhere. They got a dance troupe over here. But do you know what confuses me the most about places like this and like Las Vegas? Places where there's like so many lights, literally 24/7, like these lights do not turn off. And all they do is tell us, the regular people, to turn off our TV, turn off the lights when you leave the room. But they're okay with all these lights being on all day long. Like Las Vegas is just lit up like Christmas Day every single day. But I need to turn my TV off when I leave the room. Of course I do, but still, like, you gotta look at the bigger picture. This is just insane. Like, your eyeballs just don't know where to look. It's a crazy place. If you've never been here, like, I physically cannot describe it. It's just, whatever you think it's like, it's 10 times crazier. Remember, this is a Monday. Come here on a Friday, Saturday, Sunday, it's gonna be even worse than this. Like, I have a little bit of space, but it's mayhem. Okay, here we go. We have a little bit of space. It's like a market here, looks like Christmas. I don't know if this is always here. Maybe it is, but I didn't see it before. Maybe it's a pop-up. I forget what these are called, Lulu somethings. They've become very popular. Get some fake shoes over there. Get some souvenirs. Crepes. Walking along West 48th Street. I want to know, why does M&M's always get their own store, but there's no like Kit Kat store, there's no Mars Bar store? Why? I don't know. I have never been inside a Hard Rock Cafe or a hotel in my life. Am I missing out? Let me know. Another thing I noticed about New York City is you could be in the busiest area. If you literally walk 1 or 2 blocks, there'd be no people. It's so strange. I do think New York City is extremely impressive, but when you really think about it, everything that you see is man-made. If human beings weren't on Earth, like none of this would be here. So nothing beats nature. Like you can go to the most beautiful natural spot on Earth and you know that it will still be there even if humans weren't on Earth. But all of this is man-made. Just passing by Radio City. They have some really cool shows here advertised. I would love to go to one. There's Hugh Jackman live. We have Penn and Teller. Some really cool stuff. Did you know that there is a huge cathedral right in the middle of Manhattan? St. Patrick's Cathedral. It is right there and it is huge. I'm pretty sure there's a few in Manhattan, but this one is absolutely massive. It's closed, we can't go in, it is late. And our next destination is right around this corner. That is the Rockefeller Center. Maybe more famous in the winter because of something that's down here. I have no idea what's down here in the summer. Let's find out. By the way, someone just screaming randomly. It's a completely normal thing in New York. It happens every second of the day. That is massive. I'm pretty sure you can go up there. It's called the Top of the Rock. I think that's what's up there. But of course, something very famous about the Rockefeller Center in the winter is the ice skating rink. No ice skating rink today. I think they got restaurants down there. Not as fun as ice skating. It is literally right in front of the Rockefeller Center. And something that I just found out recently, I feel like an idiot because I thought that the ice skating in Home Alone 2, Lost in New York, was here, but no, it was in Central Park. But if you come here in winter, then you can ice skate here. You can also ice skate in Bryant Park as well. It's so bloody expensive though. I remember when I was here 2 years ago, it was something like $50 or something to go ice skating. It was craziness, but you can do it here. To be honest, I have no idea what goes on inside the Rockefeller Center. I assume it's just business offices. I don't think people live there. I think it's just offices, but it is very tall. It is massive. Wow. Gotta go to the top of the rock one day. Not sure if you can see it, but there is a helicopter up there that's just been sitting up there the whole time. There are so many helicopter tours over New York City, but it's definitely not a tour because they've just been sitting there not moving. So I don't know what they're doing, but we're nearly at our next destination. Let's talk about safety in New York City just a second. It is currently 9 p.m. on a Monday, so it's not prime time, it's not that late, but do I feel safe here? Not really. I don't really feel safe here, and I like to stick with people. You know, if there's a crowded street and an empty street, always walk on the crowded street. If you get on the subway, there's an empty carriage and then a really crowded carriage, then always go on the crowded one, just because there's a reason that street's empty. There's a reason that subway carriage is empty. So stick with the normal people, because the normal people like to find other normal people to be normal with, and I don't feel threatened around a crowd of people. Like, I feel more in danger when the street's empty, to be honest. But it's a strange feeling, but New York City is not safe. Maybe I'm being a little bit paranoid, but it feels different from London. And there's a video coming up where I compare London to New York City, so I'll explain it in that video. But yeah, it is a different feeling, but don't feel safe in New York City. But one thing I absolutely love about the United States of America is there are US flags absolutely everywhere. I wish we did that in the UK, but we don't. But everywhere you look, every single building will have a US flag, and that is a good thing. I think that's a very good thing, in my opinion. There are just so many buildings here. It's like, what is that building? Like, what is it? What is going on in there? And I don't know which of these buildings that people live in, their residence or their offices. I really don't know, but there is just so many. Like, what is that one? What is that one? Like, I have no idea. Something goes on in there every single day, but who knows? Who knows? See what I was just saying? This building has 2 US flags. This one has 2 US flags. There's another one there. There's another one down there that I can see. So that is a great thing. Oh, say, can you see? Can you see the steam that's coming from the subway underneath the street? I actually don't even know if our next destination is going to be open. 9:10, I don't know. We're gonna find out because it's right there. All right, here we go, Grand Central Station. I think we can get in. Let's take a look. Ooh, that AC feels amazing. Check this out. Wait, I gotta do it again. Oh, say, can you? Maybe I just say USA, USA. So, I did read that a lot of this stuff inside the station is still original. So this station was built in 1913, 112 years ago. And I think stuff like the ticket office here, that's original, so that's been here over 100 years. I think some of the tracks are original. And there is something, I think is that corner over there, which I'll show you in a second, which is something that I learned, which is so cool. But this is really, 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 really cool. And it's spotless. Maybe the cleanest place in the whole of New York City. It is so clean. But we see the ticket offices over here, the ticket booths. I'm not sure if they're still used. I see people using them over there, but I'm not sure if all of these are still used. I hope they are, because they're really cool. Look at that. I assume they're original as well. So cool. It is massive. And something definitely not original is there's an Apple store inside the station, like phones, Apple phones, yeah. But over here in this corner, I'm gonna zoom in right now. You can see one square that's dirty, and I read that that's what the ceiling looked like when people used to smoke in here. So when they clean the ceiling, they left one square just so they can remember how dirty the ceiling was. It's still used as a regular train station. Like, people come here every single day and take the train to work, and the last train leaves at 1:56 a.m. so that means the station is going to close at 2 a.m. Just standing here at the ticket windows, just imagining people 112 years ago lining up to buy their train tickets. And I have seen pictures of early morning with the sun shining in through the windows. It looks so cool. But I think this is one of the coolest things in New York City. I think this is so cool. And the fact that they've kept it so authentic, they took really good care of it, and it's so clean. I love that so much. I think it's really cool. Just see that middle ticket office again. Like I said, I do think that's original, and there are people in there selling tickets, so still used. Very nice. Just leaving the station now, but something I forgot to mention is they have the signs of the zodiac up there. Not sure why, but I'm an Aries. Look, you see how clean this is? It looks so cool. I would love to see it 100 years ago. I bet it didn't look like this, but it looks really cool. We have one more destination to see tonight, and we're walking south on Madison Avenue. I've really enjoyed filming this video, and I have some early morning videos coming up as well, a completely different perspective. So I'm gonna get up at like 5 a.m. and like film the streets and stuff. I think it'd be really cool to see it with no people, because you never ever see New York City with no people, but at 5 a.m. there is nobody. There's less and less people in the streets now. Now it starts to turn. Like I said, it's good when you're in a crowd. But talking about safety again for a second, there is police officers absolutely everywhere. Everywhere. I don't think I've been in a city that has so many police officers, which is a good thing. I like it. We need more. Chipotle is my life. Love Chipotle. Like I said, there is a video coming very soon comparing London and New York City. I am still undecided if the one-way streets are a good thing or a bad thing. I don't know, what do you think? And our final destination is right there. For some reason, I thought the whole thing would be lit up, but it's just the top. That is the Empire State Building, and everybody knows that is where Walter Hobbs works. Let me know if you know who that is, but the Empire State Building is our last destination tonight. And if you are wondering, nobody lives in the Empire State Building. It is just offices and businesses. So I was gonna end the video here, but do you wanna come on the New York City subway with me? Let's take the subway, gotta get back home. I'll give you the perfect example of what I was talking about earlier. Like, this is the Ditson building. What is it? Why is it lit up like that? Are they having a party inside? Like, what is going on inside the Ditson building? I have no idea. Or the one next to it, or the one next to it, or the one next to it. Like, what goes on in any of these buildings? Crazy, crazy. Okay, last time. Oh, say, can you see? Thank you for spending a random Monday night with me in New York City. The city becomes a very different place this late, and I don't think I want to be out any later than this. It is 10 p.m. Yes, I feel like an old person saying that, but like I said, the city changes when it gets dark. So, hope that you had fun. Subscribe to see more of New York City daily vlogs in August. Thanks for watching. Have a great day. Hit the like, and I'll see you next time. Goodbye.